Hello there. This is a gold dollar 208. It has a really nice shaving edge on it right now. I shaved with it a few days ago and got a very nice shave out of it. But as somebody that hones a lot, you're always chasing a little bit better edge. And so what I want to do is kind of refine this edge and take it from a really lovely uh, shaving edge to something even more. And what I mean by that is I want to refine the edge and smooth it really nicely so that what I end up with is a hyper smooth, comfortable edge that basically will feel light as a feather but will shave like a scalded egg. And so to do that, what I have is a black Arkansas. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the progressions uh, Tenju, Majero, and uh, Tomo, and then probably clear water as well. Uh, you don't have to do that. I could put some clear water on this black Arkansas and hone that way and achieve the same results. Fantastic results just that way. But I like to play too. So this is part play. This is mostly play. The edge on this razor is absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I just want to push it some more because I like that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do. And I probably won't go through this whole progression on this video, but I may. But we're going to go ahead and start with the Tenju. And this is just water. And I've got this arc sitting on my Norton, the little plastic stand that comes with the Norton. That's beautiful right there. Uh, just to get it up off the table here and give my hands and my knuckles room to work. Hear the spine of that razor scraping along that stone. These gold dollars are thick. That's why I don't use tape on the gold dollar. I use tape on most razors because I don't like putting a lot of spine wear on them. But the gold dollars, they got room to spare as far as thickness of the metal at the spine. So in my opinion, anywhere like that with a gold dollar is fine. The more the merrier, that's a plus to me. But now if you look at this razor, you can see how it undercuts that slurry completely. The edge on this razor is absolutely beautiful to start with. And what I'm doing is I'm watching my slurry. I'm watching it undercut, but I'm also watching the color or the shade of this slurry. When it starts to get a bit darker, and it's not much, it really isn't. It took me a while to get used to paying enough attention to even tell. And now the razor's trying to stick like mad to the stone. That's a good sign too. And yeah, it's starting to darken a bit. Let me try it with a little water. When it starts to stick harder again, and it will here in just a second, I'll switch to Magero. And you might say, well, that's not enough time. Well, part of this is a learning to me too. I mean, I'm already seeing a darkening in the slurry, and now it's starting to stick again. So to me, I'm going to move on to the Magero. And I'm not using a whole lot of slurry. First of all, you don't need super thick to start with. But I'm just refining. I'm not trying to come off of like a 5K and hone this razor. If I was doing that, I'd probably come off of 1K and start with my Shogun, to be quite honest. Absolutely. So, just trying to put a bit of refinement on the edge. Not using a lot of pressure. When the slurry feels like it's drying up, give it a little water. With an Arkansas stone, in this stage of honing, pressure is your enemy. I love if you listen to the razor. Listen. Hear how the sound that that blade was making on the stone has changed. It feels and looks, or I'm sorry, feels and sounds smoother. Lovely. Slurry's darkening. I'm going to give it just a few more. And then I'm going to go to the Tomo. Beautiful. Alright. I'm going to rinse that. Excuse me. Go to my Tomo. Just a light slur is all I'm looking for. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit it with just a tiny bit of water. Now, if you listen to this razor, listen to this. Hear that? That's like right here. Let me see. It's like right here. It sounds like the stabilizer's hitting. What it is there's an unevenness in the grind of this razor. It's a gold dollar. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it here or not, but I can see it. Right there on the edge of that spine. And so when you come across, it makes that scrape. It doesn't do it. Notice on this side? It does it here. Right along in here. So that's either, let's see. Yeah. You can see it on this side. Now they tried, whoever did this, that's Anthony Esposito, I believe, did the work on this, and they did really good cleaning this, thinning this spine, and straightening out the geometry issues, but you can just tell the spine was so out of whack that he had to take from here, but he basically left all of this back here. If you can see, I don't know if you can see how that spine is ground, how you ground that spine to make the thickness even. But when you hit these transition points, where it comes from, where he had to work this part of it because it was so thick to make it even with this, you're gonna, and it's the same on the other side. That's when you hear that, and it's because the razor had to be worked on to make the spine even. Well, you don't have to do that. You can just do what he did and buzz the heel and the toe if you want to, and just hone it, and it'll hone up just fine. But he did a little extra work on it to get it nice and even on the spine and stuff like that. It did good work. And the razor is so much easier to hone because of the work that he did. But I mean, that's why you're going to get that sound, because those transition points lay on the hone differently. The hone is not that section where it comes from, where he flattened it, and then you've got the roundness of the original bevel. When it hits that transition, well, that roundness, it's a change from the flat here that it was honing on, and it's almost like there's a hump when there's not. It's just that transition area that makes it different, and you hear it on this stone. I probably shouldn't even say anything about it, because I probably wasted a bunch of people's time when they actually just want to see me home. But it was something that I was hearing, and something that I noticed. Okay, I'm starting to stick, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a little bit of water, because what that does is loosen things up a bit for a few seconds, and then it'll begin to stick again. But I mean, I noticed that. See it jump there where it's grabbing? I noticed that and just felt like commenting on it. And look at that, sticking. That's good. Now, I don't know, like I said, I know more experienced J-Nat honers and stuff like, and cuticle honers and all. Oh, when it starts to stick, it's done. Well, I don't know. I just know, let me rinse this. I'm going to go to the point that I'm still finding my way with them. And so, and I don't know how J-Nat stickiness translates to stickiness on an Arkansas or anything like that. I'm just kind of winging it. The thing of it is I know that no matter what I do on this stone, as long as I am careful, this stone is going to refine this edge wonderfully well. Very light pressure. Just enough to hold the razor on the stone. All right. All right. I'm going to let me raise that a bit. All right. I'm going to continue to hone on this plain water. That's lovely right there. Uh, and refine it even further. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and I will talk to you later.